Welcome to States and Kingdoms. Jenna here.
Sean here.
Today we're going to talk about something we don't usually talk about, and that is our CD collection. Now, generally we do like pickup videos. Yeah, usually we talk about our vinyl collection and review vinyl and a lot of record stuff. So I thought it'd be fun. We thought it'd be fun to go back and talk about our CDs because we actually have a very sizable CD collection between the two of us.
But we're not just talking about our CD collection. We're talking about the first CDs we ever got.
These are the CDs that helped form us as people. These are the CDs that we actually remember purchasing. Either, well, not ourselves, we didn't have money. But we remember asking for these CDs. You know, these were CDs, like, these aren't the first things we ever listened to as human beings. These are the first things that we decided, like...
Don't be defensive.
I haven't yet, but I will be. I will be as we get into these.
Yeah, well.
And then at the end, I'm going to briefly go over some cassette tapes that were also very important to me at a young age. Mm-hmm. My first tapes.
You bust out your mini disc player.
Yeah. So I have my pile, and Sean has his pile. So for my 11th birthday, I wanted a stereo. You know, one of those mini, like, stereo systems, you know, that has, like, the tape deck and the CD player and the radio, the receiver, all in one, you know, and speakers. Yes. So you can hear it.
Right.
I wanted one of those, and I also asked for a couple CDs. Now, these are the CDs I asked for my 11th birthday. I asked for Pearl Jam 10, because, of course. I also asked for... This is the one that will throw you. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Mac Daddy. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Obviously, you know, the classic Baby Got Back is on here. When it was, you know, fresh. And, you know, not... I don't know. It's become so commercial, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think I ever listened to anything on this CD other than Baby Got Back. What do you say about this?
Pearl Jam.
It's a classic.
It's a good choice for your, first CD.
I mean, didn't everybody have it? You didn't, because I had it. Otherwise, you would have had it.
Yeah. I wouldn't have asked for Sir Mix-a-Lot, though, you dork.
I don't know, maybe it was like a cheerleading thing?
It might have been.
I'll take that.
Okay. Well, allow me to retort.
What have you got?
I've said this on this channel a couple of times. The first CD I ever got, I went into Mr. Cheapo's in East Meadow. Not went into. I was driven there. Yeah. I was driven there by a larger person, an adult perhaps.
Yeah.
And maybe a masculine one named Dad. Mm-hmm. And we went into Mr. Cheapo's in East Meadow, which is no longer there, on Hempstead Turnpike, if you want to go and...
But there is a Mr. Cheapo's in Mineola.
Yes. So. Anyway, and I bought Beck Mellow Gold. Feast your eyes on that beauty. This is the original. These are not rare.
What's cool is that you got this, and then I got every other Beck album.
Yeah. I got this because of Loser. And because I was a loser. And, and I listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
I listened to the whole album.
Not like Mac Daddy.
Yeah, unlike you. I listened to the whole thing. I loved it. And, of course, it made sense to me. We grew up listening to the Beatles. There's a lot of music that we listened to, both of our parents. So, it wasn't...
It's actually very familiar.
It wasn't foreign to me at all. There are a lot of things that I really liked. Still Beck fans, obviously, to this day. But yeah, this was my first album. First thing I ever got that was all mine. And no one could take it away from me. Here, you can take it.
I got this little gem at some point after Mariah Carey, Emotions. Again, this album had a million hits. This was everywhere. She was everywhere, all over the radio. And it's not an album I probably, again, this is me. This is me you're talking about. Me, I don't listen to lyrics. This is me.
Oh.
I probably didn't ever listen to the whole album.
I don't know. You might have.
I might have.
You might have.
But I definitely didn't listen to the whole album a lot.
Yeah.
I know that about me.
Well, it's not ultimately...
Not anymore, but when I was a kid...
Do you stop... You're being very defensive. No one is criticizing you.
I feel like I'm being attacked by my past musical.
There's
Whatever.
nothing wrong with Mariah Carey.
I know.
I mean, it's ultimately not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to choose, but they're still good songs.
But yeah, this was a huge album. So Mariah Carey.
Yeah. The second CD that I acquired, and I don't remember buying this, but I know that I did actually buy it.
And you actually listened to it.
Yes, I did.
I remember it quite well.
Is the ever popular classic, The Beavis and Butthead Experience. Take a look at that. Rest your peepers on this.
But it is actually quite an array of
it is
music.
I mean, it says Nirvana, I Hate Myself and I Want to Die, and I agree. Anthrax, Aerosmith, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
You remember my I have to put my glasses on.
Oh, White Zombie, right? White Zombie.
No, yeah, White Zombie, Run DMC, Megadeth, Primus. So Mix-a-Lot.
Mix-a-Lot.
Right. I did skip that one.
Yeah.
Even then, I skipped that one.
Okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah. The one thing about this, and did listen to this a lot, and I like a number of the songs. Yes, Share It with Beavis and Butthead is a good one. The interludes with Beavis and Butthead, because they want you to have a proper Beavis and Butthead experience. They are part of the songs.
They're not actually like interludes.
You cannot skip them.
The song, yeah. And some of them are a little lengthy.
That is annoying.
That's a little bit of a criticism.
But it is an experience, and I did listen to it. This was the first Megadeth that I heard. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Probably not the first White Zombie song, because More Human Than Human was a big hit, and that was on all the time. Anthrax, probably the first Anthrax song I heard.
But soundtrack albums are huge for us. Big deal.
It's funny you say that.
And you got another one.
So what's funny about this? This
video is hilarious.
Well, what's peculiar about this? It shows just how few CDs we actually got.
And how much it sucked, because I think this comes up often when we're talking about the past. But we would often have to take a chance on a CD, and we didn't know if we were going to like it at all. We would either read a review and think that sounds interesting, or we knew one song and kind of like that. Let's see what the rest of it's like. It didn't always work out, and it sucked because it's money.
Right.
And we couldn't just get new CDs all the time. It's not like now where it's so easy to just listen to an album on Spotify, see if you like it, buy it, not buy it, whatever.
It doesn't matter anyway.
No one really cares.
Yep.
It's just very different, especially for us when we were young. And
no, I mean CDs. I mean at that time they were expensive. I had to pawn my Fruit Roll-Up. I probably had really 4 or 5 CDs within like 2 years.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah, we were too poor.
The thing is though, the radio. The radio
was great.
And MTV did suffice. Mm-hmm. And way more. It's hard to. It sounds like impossible now because radio is terrible.
We heard rock songs.
And and MTV is non-existent. You really could just do that, and you heard a lot of great stuff at the time.
So that brings us to our next one. It's Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. Yes. And I mean, I remember seeing the video for Today a lot, and I love that. Yeah. I love that song, and the video was really fun. It takes you on a journey,
It's a great album.
Yeah.
It's a great album.
Disarm was on the radio a bunch, I remember. And I remember that video too, Yeah. But yeah, this one I think is probably one that a lot of people had.
I think the Smashing Pumpkins just get better.
Yeah.
For me, they do.
Well, yeah, that's true, because even though I got this so early, I never really considered myself a Smashing Pumpkins fan. They're just ubiquitous, and you're hearing them all the time.
In 95-ish they were. I think that's partly the reason that I didn't listen to them as much as I probably would have.
A little sick of a lot of those songs.
They were just everywhere.
Yeah.
And then
but they actually are a really great band.
And then he was very pale. He was wearing a dress.
He's very pale now.
In 1994, I went and saw a little movie called Ace Ventura Pet Detective, and just had to have the soundtrack.
I actually think it's very funny that you got the soundtrack to
Yep, I got the soundtrack.
For the tokens? Are the tokens on it?
No, actually, it's not the original.
Oh, okay.
which just makes it all the better. There was really one, I don't remember why exactly, other than I love the Mission Impossible theme. If that's why, I was a weird little kid. But I would prefer, I think the impetus for this was really more Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
And that is on here. Hammer Smash Face
is Grape here.
Is on this. And I did listen to that a lot. And I'm surprised I got away with that. Because
it's intense.
I was 9.
Yeah, you're young.
I was 9. A 9-year-old listening to Cannibal Corpse, you know,
but
would
there's
upset some people.
There's some other fun stuff on there, right?
Not really. No, not really.
Tone Lock.
Yeah, he's on there. But it's really not an incredible soundtrack.
Right.
But Hammer Smash Face.
A little Cannibal Corpse.
And it is in there.
Yeah. Summer of '93. I remember hearing Alice in Chains' No Excuses on the radio a lot, and I really, really liked that song. Then, over the summer, the next single to come out was I Stay Away. Yeah. And that video we saw a lot.
Yes.
And it fascinated me. Just the look of it, it's the claymation is gorgeous. It's disturbing. It's weird. The song is just brilliant and haunting. And anyway, so Jar of Flies, Alice in Chains. I still love this album.
It's one of my favorite
albums. I still love it. It's only 7 songs, but it's just such a good record.
It's perfect. I love Alice in Chains.
Yeah. So this was the first Alice in Chains album we had in the family.
Yeah.
And yeah, what can you say? It's just such a good record. Now you're gonna be defensive.
No.
Okay.
No. Maybe.
I feel like a little bit. I would be if I were you.
No. What could be worse than the Ace Ventura soundtrack?
Well, I'm not done.
Oh yeah. No, well, see, Alice in Chains. That album is still. I still say that all the time. That's on all the time.
Yeah.
This isn't. In '94. I mean, Green Day was huge in late '94 and '95.
Never heard of them.
And I was in 5th grade. I remember one of the popular kids sitting on top of a table singing a Green Day song for some inexplicable reason.
Did he have a tiny acoustic guitar?
No, he was just a total douche. A total little douche.
A little 5th grade douchebag.
Yeah, he was a little douche. Little douche coop. And, anyway, yes, everyone had this.
I didn't.
You didn't need to.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. Anyway, everyone had this album. It was such a huge album. And it's a good album. It is. I'm not a huge Green Day fan, but...
Well, they were doing a thing, and they did it well.
Yeah, it's the Ramones, basically.
Yeah.
I do like She. Is that the one? No, When I Come Around.
Mm-hmm.
That was I still a couple of good. If you like Green Day, obviously this is a huge deal, and you love this album. It's very good. I'm not a Green Day fan, and therefore I think it's actually dookie.
I mean,
this album had 5 hits.
Yeah, it was a five hit single album, which doesn't happen.
What was it? Alanis Morissette, Green Day, Bush. Yeah,
there's a handful. Oh, Dave Matthews Band, I think maybe.
Did they have 5?
Well,
I don't think they had 5.
4. Yeah, there's a couple of bands that had these
5 hits
off of
a record. That's quite an achievement.
For my last compact disc offering, I've got something special. I've got 2 singles.
You mean short bus special or some other kind of special?
However you want to take it. So, yeah, 2 singles. This will tell you a lot about the time, I would say. Oh. We've got Lisa Loeb and 9 Stories with Stay. From the coolest movie around, Reality Bites.
Oh, man, that was cool.
That movie is special. And then this song that I still really like.
Well,
Crash Test Dummies. I'm not going to sing it.
I have to say, I do prefer Weird Al's version.
Oh, it's basically
the same
note
song.
for note. Yeah.
It is the same song.
But this, it's such a good song. No, I haven't gone into the Crash Test Dummies catalog.
Did they cover XTC?
They are on that album.
They did
the tribute album,
right?
And I forget what song it is, but it's something that fits really well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. This song is just beautiful. It's sad and melancholy to the extreme. There's just like such a sadness to this song, and I always really liked it.
Yeah. No, you couldn't find Ace of Base, but
I swear that was your single. That you got Ace of Base for some reason. But yeah, we couldn't find it.
Well, I also couldn't find the single from '94 that I did get.
Right.
Which is
Warren G.
Regulate.
I think that they're together somewhere, living.
Oh, that's nice.
I'd
like to think that.
Because we have like our entire CD collection.
Yeah.
You and me are like the only people, maybe you guys, that didn't just like either totally trash their CDs or donate them or whatever. Like we've got them all.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I did have a very bad habit of never putting the CD back in the right case.
You're lazy.
So
you're missing some.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's just like a day. It's a day's work. You'd have to just open up every case.
Yeah. I've been putting that off for years. I have one last CD, and there was a major gap between Green Day and this is, well, I'll just say it. It is Red Hot Chili Peppers, One Hot Minute. This came out in '95.
Right.
I remember listening to this in summer of '95, so I actually don't remember exactly when this came out. When I was 10. This is still my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers album. And it's really strange.
I know.
That is so.
Because it's such an outlier in their catalog.
I really admire John Frusciante, and he's not on this.
He's not on this.
And I really...
Dave Navarro instead.
I don't know.
I can't explain it because I love this album too, and it is also my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers album, and I said Chili Peppers really weird. I'm not a big Jane's Addiction fan.
Yeah.
So I'm not. It doesn't really make sense.
No.
But there's something happening here that is very interesting and pleasing to me.
Yeah.
And this is a good album.
It's easy to say that it's a bit more hard rockish. I don't know if that's
less funky.
Yeah, maybe a little bit less funky. Well, the single "My Friends" I love.
Yeah, I love it too.
It's such a wonderful song. So there's that.
So my quick tape pile. Now this isn't 100% everything that I had. There's just what I was able to pull out. Now first up, Bangles' Different Light. Now this is actually the very first album I remember, and I lost the insert, so it's naked, but I promise you it is the Bangles. I had this, I remember listening to this on my Fisher-Price tape player, a little brown one, when I was really young. And so this has to be like my first thing that I had myself, right?
Aren't you special?
Then you got your MC Hammer, because
yes,
can't touch this.
Everyone had it.
All right. Paula Abdul, Shut Up and Dance. Because again, great songs, lots of fun. Michael Jackson, Dangerous.
Strange you don't have that on CD.
I know. I didn't have a lot of Michael Jackson. Genesis, We Can't Dance, obviously. Huge Genesis fan. This was mine. But I had heard Genesis before as a kid. A younger kid in the house. Earlier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Salt and Pepper. Now, funny enough, and I actually should have brought it out, I have this on tape and CD. I do remember listening to this. I actually remember listening to this. And I listened to more I listened to more of this than just like one or two songs. I listened to a lot of this.
Well, that's okay.
And I'm not apologizing.
You
I'm
sound
just saying.
Very apologetic.
Bonnie Raitt, Luck of the Draw. She had a bunch of hits, or at least two.
That's what I remember from VH1.
Oh, yeah.
Bonnie Raitt.
Let's give him something to talk about.
man, that was on every
I love
5
that
minutes.
song. I still love that song. I think it's great. She has a really great voice. So
She sounds exactly like John
just
Wright.
I know. Have I listened to the whole thing? Probably not. But I do, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So those are my quick. So what's missing from this pile?
The best.
The one thing that I know 100% is missing is Vanilla Ice.
Yes.
Vanilla Ice to the Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting you in this one.
That's
we
true.
listened to that whole album.
Well, you can't miss Having a Roni, can you?
No.
Well, you can.
We used
but
to go.
You'll be sorry.
We used to put that on and just go crazy, bouncing around like weirdos because we were little. But yeah, I don't know who has my Vanilla Ice.
We were
tape.
23 years old.
Where's Vanilla Ice?
Currently in the Where Are They Now
And
file.
of course, what isn't in this pile are the countless mixtapes, that we've got that our dad made for us and all kinds of stuff we made for ourselves, which would be a lot of fun to kind of go through at some point in some form.
Future video idea. For popular consumption.
Right. But
unpopular consumption.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this brief discussion of our early CDs. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know if you had any of these or if you think these were awful. It's fine because we were little.
Nauseating.
Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And we will see you next time.